Hello guys, Sarthak Pandey here from Indian VFX School, and you are watching Basic to Advanced SOP level series inside of Houdini. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe and join our Facebook page. You can also head to our website and check out our courses on Houdini, Phoenix FD, Tyflow, etc. and book yourself for 7 days free demo class. And watch by yourself how some of the students have made to the top studios in just 2 months of our course. Alright guys, so welcome back to the part 2 of the basic Houdini series, and in this part we are going to edit the geometry. So we are not going to move it, but we are going to move the polygons of the geometry itself. Okay, so I'll just type sphere over here and we will just get this folder and we will go inside this and we will have our sphere. I can increase the rows and columns and the overall scale. Okay, so if you click on this I button, you can see we have points. So it's showing like we have 2402 points, 2450 primitives, okay, and 9700 vertices and those many polygons. Okay, so the thing is, in Max and Maya it's known as vertex. So if I click on this button, okay, select button, okay, so these individual points, so Max and Maya, they call them vertex. Okay, in Houdini it's known as points. Okay, and then we have these primitives. So all the polygons, so if I like select this, okay, so you can see we can select individual faces. So you can call them faces or polygons in Maya and Max, and here it's known as primitives, or you can also call them polygons, but basically they are known as primitives only. Then we have vertices. Okay, so the vertices is like, you know, these edges. So I think you can just call them vertices over here. All right, so now we will see like how we can move the individual points and faces and all. Okay, so let's say if I select these points, so okay, so by default you will have this gizmo where you can move your object itself. So the object is known as kind of, you know, detail. So if I click on this select arrow pointer, I can basically select the points, I can select the vertices, and I can select the polygons also, or the primitives. Okay, so if I select the points over here and to edit it, so there are two ways. So either you click on this move button. So as soon as you will click on this move button, you will get an edit over here, edit. Okay, and you can just basically move these polygons. Or the second way is if you directly type edit. Okay, and if you connect it over here, click on this, and then if you select these points, so it's like the same thing. So this is like a more work. So instead you can just, you know, select the points and click on this. Okay, so you will have this. So this way we can move our points. You can do same thing with polygons also. Okay, so if you select the polygons, it's same thing. Okay, so let me show you. So if I, instead of that, if I select the polygons again, it will come into edit only. Okay, and we can move these. Okay, all right. Okay, so let me go back and select these points. Okay, and again click on this, or you can just type T. Okay, and as soon as you get this gizmo, you will have this edit. All right, so now we have this soft radius. So if I increase this soft radius, I can have a, you know, soft selection. So it's known as soft selection in Max and Maya. So I can just, you know, like just deform the geometry. Okay, without having those hard faces. Okay, so I will select this over here. Then I can select some points over here. Again, I can click on this. Okay, something like this. So I'm just, you know, deforming the geometry using this soft radius. All right, and I can just bring it like this. Okay, so that is one thing. So now let's say if I want to have another level. Okay, so let's say if I add one more edit over here, so I can just add one more edit over here, connect this over here. Okay, and I will open this. Okay, I will toggle the visibility flag on this one. Okay, and again I will select some points, and now you can see that soft radius, it has like completely gone. Okay, so I can just click on this. Okay, and I can increase the soft radius in this one, and I can like move it. Okay, so the good thing is like now we are on the multiple level. So on the first level we are just having this sphere, then we have this edit, and then we have one more edit. And so, you know, so this is like kind of layer stack based modeling, you can say. So everything is like non-destructive, you can just go above and change it. Okay, so that is like how we move the faces and, you know, polygons of our geometry in Houdini. Okay, so that is one thing. Now let's say I will just delete them. So now we are going to talk about like how we can delete the faces, and is there anything like deleting in Houdini? So the first thing that you need to know is we cannot delete data in Houdini. So data will always flow and it will always be there. No matter what you do, you cannot just delete the data of Houdini. So this is how it works. Okay, so in Maya you will have history, in Max you will have stack based workflow, but in Houdini everything will be working on the steps. So we have one node, then we have another node, and no matter what you do, you cannot remove the data. The data will always be there. Okay, so even if you want to delete it, you can just delete it from the current memory, but again if you go back, you will have the same information. Okay, so let's say if I select these faces over here, okay, and if I press delete, so make sure you press delete in the viewport. So if you press your delete button in the viewport, it will delete the faces. But let's say if you press the, like, again if you do the same and if you press the delete button in your this geometry context, so it will just directly delete the geometry. Okay, so just don't do that. Okay, so make sure you press delete button in the viewport itself. Okay, so let's say if I press it, it's going to delete my my faces. So if I do the same thing in my geometry context, it's going to delete my geometry itself. Okay, so if you have selected the geometry, it's going to delete the geometry. Okay, so just press delete on the viewport itself. Okay, all right, so you can see something has gone over here. Okay, and again let's say if I select these faces and if I click delete, so how is it differing from Max and Maya? So you can see again, I can just go back, then I have a blast node, and then again I have a blast node. So my information is not getting lost. Again, anytime I can go back into this sphere. So if you're in Maya, the history, if you clear the history, everything will go. And if you're in Max, if you like convert everything into editable poly, everything will go. And if you don't do that, like the file size will keep on increasing. But that is not the case with Houdini. Okay, so let me show you what it's really doing. So let's say when we select some faces and when we press delete, so basically we will add a blast node. Okay, and you can see we have some options over here. So if I press on delete non-selected, it's going to do the opposite. And here you can see it has written something over here. So it's saying group 0 to 49, 65 to 99, 117 to 146, 168, 196. Okay, so let me show you what it means. So if I double click over here and if I press backspace, now everything is being deleted. Okay, and let's say if I type 0 over here, so you will see it's going to delete the face. Okay, so right now because it's working on the primitive level, okay, so it will delete the polygon. So right now it's deleting the zeroed face, the face whose number, the primitive whose number is 0. And if I keep on increasing it, you will see it's going to increase the number. So let's say if I type 105, it's going to delete the face whose number is 105. Same is with like if I change it to points, so now it's deleting the points, and you will see we will have something like this, because even if it removes one point, it's going to completely remove all the faces along it. Okay, because points are which are forming the faces. Okay, so I can just change it back to the also I can change it to edges also. Okay, so I can change it back to the primitives. Okay, and let's say if I type 0, it will delete the face whose number is 0, and if I type 50, it will delete the face whose number is 50. Okay, and let's say if I want to delete all the faces from 0 to 50, I can type 0 dash and 50. So it's going to it's going to delete all the faces whose number lie between 0 to 50, and obviously 0 and 50 also will be included. Okay, and if I type 0 to 500, okay, and so it's going to delete all the faces whose number is 0 to 500. And if I type 0 to 1000, it's going to delete all the faces whose number is 0 to 1000, and then again 2000, and again we can just keep on going on until it deletes everything. Okay, so this is what blast node does. It's just like hiding those faces in the viewport, but it's also not keeping it in the memory. Okay, so let's say if I select some faces over here, then if I press shift and some faces over here, so again this is like Maya. Again if I can press shift, okay, and if I press delete, you will see it's going to select all those faces. So it's deleting 3182, 334, 352, 353, and so on. Okay, so this is how the deleting and moving of the